All right, so we are live. Okay, we are live. If you are streaming for the first time, welcome to the 15th of Zero to AI Confident with Adebayo Karim. This is a 20-day series, and today is the 6th. And today, I'm going to be showing you how to train I'm going to be showing you how to train AI to write in your tone. This is very important. This is what that people are um looking for answer for, right? And that's because most time people write and then the output sound like, people already know that this is AI. It sounds robotic, and then it's not really giving the effects that people want to get. So what I'm going to do tonight is that I'm going to show you the exact model that I use to train AI models to write like real humans. All right. So if you are ready, let me just get into it right away. All right. So this is the framework that I'm going to be using. Right now, looking at this now, I first need to let you know that there are there are certain criteria, or there are certain principles that we look at when we talk about writing, right? Like, there are certain rules that must be observed for you to for we to consider your content worthy enough to to read or consume, right? And these are the principles of the rules that professional use, right? Now the rules are cognitive load, we have topic chaining, we have what we call reading, we have trust the reader, we have narrative tension, we have point of view, we have subtext, we have honest uncertainty, and then we have fatigue warmth. Now, this is how the framework looks like. You're writing in my voice. Now, this is not my actual voice. I mean, when I say voice, like the way I will sound when I'm writing, not my actual intonation, right? So you're writing in my voice. Your job is to produce content that feels like a real human wrote it, specifically like I wrote it. Now, I'm going to give you access to this prompt, right? It's going to be in the download button in the after this the live video, right? So if you are watching the replay, you are definitely going to get access to this prompt, this framework. Now, you're writing in my voice. Your job is to produce content that feels like a real human wrote it, specifically like I wrote it. Now, this is what you're putting in your chat GPT or whatever tool you're using. Now, you will follow nine principles at all times. So you're telling the AI that it should always follow these principles at all times. Number one, cognitive load. You are telling that it should reveal one idea per sentence, never overload. Then topic training. Each sentence connects to the previous one, no sudden jump. Can you see that now? Then rhythm, very sentence length, mix long and short, never uniform. Trust the reader. Do not over explain. Do not repeat the same point in different words. Then the fifth point, narrative tension. Every piece has a small problem and a small resolution, never a flat list of facts. Then six, point of view. I have opinions. Use them. Do not be balanced or neutral. All right. Now, subtext, leave space. Let the reader fill gaps. Do not state everything literally. Then, hate, honest uncertainty. Sound less sure on things I am sure about. I'm less sure about. Do not be uniformly confident. Then, nine, Patrick warmth. Small relational moment at the start and end. Acknowledge the reader as a person. Can you see now? Now, this rule will remain constant in all your writing. This is literally what you are telling the AI to do. Now, after that is pasted, right? The next thing we're now going to come to is how you sound. Now, you need to write one sentence about you. So you're going to say it one sentence about me, right? So literally just write about you. Then the next thing is how you sound. So the sentence mostly are your sentence short, right, medium, long, or mixed? Do you use contradiction often, sometimes, or you never use contradiction? Then get to the point straight, or you build, gradually, or you start with story first. These are the things that you need to feed the AI with. Then you also say the phrases you use often. Then the next one is that you also give it the phrases you will never use. Then the next one is how I treat the reader. So you're going to say, I write as maybe you write as a teacher. Now, writing as a teacher in this context means that you literally know what you're saying. You are so confident. Like the way I'm speaking right now, I'm speaking like a teacher, right? So I'm telling you that I speak like a teacher. I explain like I know what I'm saying. Or do you speak equally to the reader? What this means is that do you communicate in the same level as your readers, or you're communicating like a learner? And when I say a learner, it simply means that you're communicating like someone that is just growing, but just want to share something about a subject matter. All right. So, do you trust them or you over explain, or both? You have to state this too. So, you also say, I always, maybe sometimes or never. Let's say you sometimes acknowledge them at the start and then leave them with a question or a nudge or a summary or pivot, something like that. Do you understand? Now, the next part is what you believe. The things my industry gets wrong. I defend, I distrust, you put it there. Then how sure I sound. So maybe you sound confident, edging, or mixed. So you also state that when you're wrong, do you admit, or you joke, or you move on with it? These are the things that you need to put. Now, the anchor samples. Match this rhythm exactly, right? This is very important. Now, this is where it gets more interesting. Maybe you've written something. I'm not even talking about you writing it with AI. Your natural self, right? Maybe you sat down sometimes, your Facebook post, or it can even be a message that you sent to someone on their birthday, that you sat down and craft the message just for that person. There is how the message will sound, or maybe anything. Maybe it can be your post, anything wrong. So what you're doing here is that you are providing two samples. Now, the next one is the execution rule. You are telling that it should use contradiction, vary sentence, deliberately, never use any bad word. It should take a position, not be neutral. If you don't know how I would phrase something, write less rather than guess. Open with a small relational bit, close with one, build small tension, resolve it, leave gap, and do not over explain. Can you see now? So literally, this is what you're going to copy and then paste in your ChatGPT or any tool you want to use. Now, let's now look at the example that I have here. Look at now who I am. I'm a guy who strips away the fluff to build business system that creates cash, period. Now, how I sound. Now, my sentences are short, punchy, aggressive. Now, contradiction always. Now, this is not mean. This is just a dummy example that I built with ChatGPT, not the actual mean, right? Now, I get to the point fast. If you aren't paying attention in the first few seconds, you're gone. That is how the person sounds, right? Phrases I use often. This is just an example. So this person is saying, I say things like maths doesn't lie, show the ROI, show me the ROI, stop burning cash, ruthless execution, fix the offer. Then phrases I never use. In my humble opinion, just curious. Now, this is the phrase that the person in this context now never use. Now, how I treat the reader. I write as a teacher. I trust them to handle the truth. I don't coddle. I never acknowledge them with pleasantries. I dive straight into the problem. I leave them with a pivot, a sharp, immediate call to action that makes staying the same feel painful. What I believe, can you see now? The things, the thing in my industry gets wrong, tactics XO, this is not me, right? I defend the boring, repeatable system that actually scale. Then I distrust anything that can be measured on profit and loss sheets or requires a miracle to work. How I sound confident. When I'm wrong, I admit it fast, fix the math, and move on. Now, this is the anchor examples. Now, this is what the person has written before as content. I mean, without AI. Now, you are not failing because you are uneducated. You are failing because you are busy doing 10 hours work while your business bleeds out. Stop looking for a shortcut. There isn't one. There is only work you are avoiding. That's the person's of content. Then, if you want to make money, this is example two. If you want to make more money, stop selling coaching or consulting and start selling a guaranteed result. People don't buy your time, they buy a better version of themselves. Outcome or stay broke. Now, what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to copy the whole of this. I'm going to copy the whole of this. And then I'm going to come to ChatGPT. I'm going to start this, right? And then I'm going to paste it before. Now that I've pasted it before that, so let's, can you see now? Um, Ideally, I'm supposed to tell it, right, to wait for my next instruction before writing the content, but I did not tell it. So in your case now, I can come back here and edit it, and I can say confirm you now confirm you now understand how I sound and where my uh, okay, I'm going to send that. Understood. Your voice is sharp, control, and deliberate. Every sentence carries weight, right? No fluff, no filter. You move fast, you say what others avoid. I anchor everything in the result. I'm ready. Okay, so I will then say, write, write a content on how businesses improve ROI. Okay, let's see what we have. Can you see this now? You don't have an ROI. You have a decision problem. Money is leaking somewhere, and you are too busy doing marketing to see it. It usually starts with the offer because if the offer is weak, anything downstream breaks. Ads get expensive, conversion rates collapse, and suddenly you think traffic is the issue. It's not. Fix the offer. A strong offer makes the math work. A weak one forces you to compensate with effort. Can you see it now? Most businesses choose effort. That's why they get stuck. They stay scale too early, right? Which just means they can burn cash faster. Maths don't lie. If you spend 100K to make 120K, you don't have a business, you have a slow leak. So you choose tactics, new platform, new funnel, new growth acts. Nothing changes because the core is still broken. Here's what actually move ROI. Start with the unit economics. Know your cost to acquire a customer. Then look at the customer. Can you see this now? Does it sound like AI? Then look at what the customer is worth, not emotionally, financially. If the gap is small, you don't scale, you fix the gap, increase the price, forgive that, or increase passive value. Sometimes both. Then look at conversion, because traffic conversion is just noise. Fix your messaging, make the outcome obvious. If I don't know what I'm getting in 5 seconds, I'm gone. Your customer is not different. Can you see now? The retention, because the easiest way money is the same you already earned. Most businesses ignore this, which is why they keep starting from zero every month. Build system that bring customer back, not hope, and automate what repeats, because manual work doesn't scale. This isn't complicated, it's just uncomfortable. Can you see this now? You have to face the number, and most people don't want to. They would rather tweak colors on a landing page, feel productive, does nothing, stop burning cash, track the math, fix the over, then scale with ruthless execution. Did this talk to you at all? Do you feel the tension and the energy? So if I ask you to write something now, maybe I'll just limit it to maybe 120 words or something. Anything at all you wanted to write, you can always do that. So anytime you now say write this, write that, you sit back. Now there are times that you might need to fix some things. I'm not disputing that fact. But from what you have done now, you have been able to train the AI to write exactly the way you are going to write. And this is how the big guys in every industry are using AI to, train the model how they write. And this is what big organizations are using. I hope you find value in tonight's session. If you do, kindly let me know, and then you can practice and then show me what you've got. Thank you so much for being part of the 15 of Zero to I Confidence with Adebayo Karim. And then I look forward to see you the next time.